Hey, welcome back to another episode, another video with Tony Montana. Was not going to make this video in English since Chico made the comment in Spanish, so it seemed more appropriate just to mention, just to answer him or clarify him or dispel what he was saying in Spanish. But uh, basically somebody asked me to do it in Spanish, so I am going to do it in English, so I'm going to do it in English. And the video that I'm referring to, I'm not sure if Chico did it in English, but he surely did it in his Spanish channel. He was trying to brag, or I guess he's bragging about having a 50% honey bunch dog in his possession, or honey bunch semen in his possession. That's what he's saying. I mean, whatever. But he is trying, at least in the Spanish side, he's trying to brag as his. Oh, I have such a nugget, such an important nugget in DNA that I'm going to be using and be charging $15,000 for this thing. And a person. Really, a fair question. He just said, "Well, Chico was bragging about this, and he's like, wait a minute, this is not your bloodline. This is not your work." And Chico, being the way he is, he basically decided to supposedly make an example out of him, just because he just mentioned, "Oh, that's not your bloodline. That's not your work." So he decided to make not a long, but a lengthy response, thinking that he's going to clown this person. So, a person in the Spanish side let me know about this comment. And so now I have time to look into it, and I wanted to respond. Like I said, I responded in Spanish because he said it in Spanish, so I will have to translate a lot of the things here. So the first, let me show you what he's talking about. Let me show it here. This is basically basically a pit stop mechanic to pit stop. I can't read it. I don't even care, but let me. So basically, he's bragging that he's a 50% honey bunch, and there you go. Pit stop, short and sweet. That's what it is. See? So again, the guy is saying, wait a minute, but this is not your breeding. Nothing to do with you at 25 or 28 years after being in the dogs. This is nothing to do with you. So why are you so like, wow, I have this? Aren't you supposed to have the golden vein? Aren't you? See, it's nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. As a matter of fact, that Tom Garner, has more to do with this than you. So the guy fairly said, nothing to do with you, correct? And and aren't you the person that always criticizes people that always makes a comment and saying, oh, I have honey bunch, or I have X Mayday 7 times in my pedigree, or 10 times in my pedigree. This is exactly what you're doing right now. You're doing the exact same thing, but now you're putting makeup on and saying, I'm gonna charge $15,000 for this, for breeding, because this is basically what you're gonna read in the comment section, that he's going to use this semen to put into her to Ciega the Great females. But remember, Ciega the Great is already a scatterbred dog. It's not a line bred dog. So I don't expect Ciega to do more than 2-3 generations at best. But because Chico is the one that keeps these dogs and supposedly works these dogs, he's going to find a way to obviously handpick opponents, greenhorns, newbies, to get at, basically to get those dogs to look good, and he will make, sometimes he even helps out the competition after the fact so that they can look better after in the long run, But let's continue on. So I'm gonna minimize this. I'm gonna go down to the actual. This is the lengthy comment he made. Look at this, 7 bullets and all that. Beautiful. I'm sure he probably had help. So I'm going to go from top to bottom, obviously. So he's basically saying, I am going to bust this clown just so that he's an example to other clowns, ignorant and without any notion of common sense, I guess. So number one, he's basically saying that he got this dog in 1994 when he was making his base in the dogs, like picking bases in the dogs. I am going to say, okay, in 1994 you were picking your bases for for the dogs, but 2020 you're still using the bases for the dogs. You haven't developed anything, because an example of this, you're bringing back blood from 1994 when you have said it many times that the dogs today are better than the dogs back then, and my dogs today are way better than the dogs back then, and I don't need any frozen semen from any dogs because my dogs today are better than the dogs there back then. That's what you've said before. But now you're saying right here that you're using it and you're going to be charging $50,000. Obviously, you're saying this is way better than I've produced in the 28 years of breeding. Way better. This is what you're saying. Number one, okay? Number two is saying on paper, this breeding is beautiful. It's wonderful. I wasn't the only one to buy it. There was a lot of people buying it, and it's pit stop blood. Okay, pit stop blood. Yes, this particular one, the mechanic, it is a pit stop blood for sure. And you're saying he's my friend. I would say maybe you're his client because you're buying his dogs, and you're his client. So if someone was looking to get dogs, bred this way, it's better for them to go to Pit Stop or whoever has those Pit Stop dogs and get it from there without that $15,000 ticket. But you're saying, oh, he's my friend, he's my buddy. Well, he's your friend, your buddy, because he's giving you these dogs that you can make yourself look better. And he's saying, I am the man that did more and better with this combination of blood, combining it with my blood. It's my invention, he says here. I'm right here. It's my invention. The picture with Cheyenne and Joker together is my project and function very well. Let's clarify. Cheyenne was a dog that you bought. Okay, Cheyenne was red ties Cheyenne because you bought the dog. It wasn't anything like that. Joker, I'm not sure if you got the right Joker, but you are a Joker. But I know you're not talking about Joker. So I'll show you Joker, the pedigree for Joker later. But again, these dogs were not something you created, something you bought. And you won't see Cheyenne in the pedigrees of his dogs today. You won't see Joker in any of his pedigrees today. And I'm talking about, you can go to his best 5 dogs today or the last 5 dogs and you could go and you won't see them. You won't see any of these dogs. So they became dead ends for you, Chico Lopez. I'm still on number 2, okay? I'm still on number 2. So as you say that it was your invention, and in 2001 you created monsters using Saratoga, another dog you bought. And by the way, yes, the bottom of that and the breed of the Saratoga more than likely was Pit Stop. So again, that's why he's your buddy, because you're buying dogs from him. So what does it say when you're buying dogs from him? It says that he's a better breeder because you're buying dogs from him. He's not buying shit from you. Get this? And now you're saying, oh, you did the wrong and nobody else did the wrong. Well, we know that these RRM dogs it's BS at this point. After 2000, really all that is BS. Nobody's there to and nobody's there to make sure things happen correctly. Blah blah blah. So it's all BS. Only puppy peddlers will be using that. Okay, it's BS. So a lot of these dogs don't see it. Anyway, number three. Let me read it. Oh, you clown or any other clown can't buy this dog. It's my dog, and I bred to it. It was I raised them. So number three, I'm gonna go back and just show you again how the dog was bred. Basically, Jeep, Dolly, Shorty. Basically, a lot of dog. I mean, a lot of Jeep honey bunch in this dog. So, and that's okay. And I'm just showing this again because I'm going to show you another pedigree. So pay attention. Yes, Gardner's Romney. It was honey bunch and Pistol Mechanic. Okay. I mean, I can't show you this particular side of not in the house, booba. I'm just making sure the dog is pacing like he's going to do something. The pup. So anyway, so he's showing you Pistol, which is off of Rocky, okay? So this is off of Rocky and Shorty. So I'm going to pause it here.
Good grammar and...
I messed up. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it here and I start showing you. I'm gonna see if I got the right one. Okay. You say that, oh, you're the only one that has this type of dog, and nobody has done anything with this dog. I'm gonna give you a dog from back then. That from this dog. This dog is Can-Am Champion Beetlejuice. Can-Am Champion Beetlejuice. It, as you can see, is also from Rocky. Off of Rocky to Can-Am Becky. So there's two RRMs. Basically, this is a good cross. And if you move it here, now you could also see Norris's Champion Beetlejuice 2. This is basically a nice cross again, but again using the honey bunch blooded once again. And I'm going to be showing you these dogs that are pretty behind. People that know about these dogs in the United States know that, from Beetlejuice, there's a lot of strains, not a lot, but there's been a couple of strains that have worked out really well for people. And Chico is not aware of this because Chico is out of the loop. I'm going to move it over here for now. Chico is out of the loop because nobody trusts this guy. So Chico is talking from his buttocks, because his butt, because he's not on the loop. He's not aware of what's going on in the United States. He's not aware of what's going on in the background. This is more in the United States, I guess. He's not aware of these things because he's a snitch. Nobody wants, and that's why I can't show you dogs that are working, that are based off a honey bunch. I can't show you this because Chico, what he does is not try to prove that he's better. He's just going to try to get those dogs killed by calling the SPCA or things like that, or getting the people like, oh, I know who that is, or he may have heard of it, or somehow he's able to find out who it is, just to destroy those individuals and those animals. It is what it is. So I can show you until a certain point, but people that know these dogs be like, yeah, I heard of this, I heard of that, and Beetlejuice was a good producer, a great. So here's another dog that Chico say, oh, I'm the only one with these animals, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm so great. And this is another one. Here's another one. This one has this is basically a honey bunch of Jeep 75% to a little bit of the white kind out. The white kind is out, and this is who it is. Who is this dog? So you guys know this? Do you recognize the pedigree? This is okay. This is Grand Champion Turbo, okay? And this is more of a 2015, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not going any closer than that because Chico's gonna be. Wah, wah, wah. It's not fair. I'm supposed to have the only ones. I'm supposed to have the great ones. But look at this. Working dogs, working and successful producers. So that's another one. So Chico, what are you talking about that nobody can get those? The dogs that are here that came out of this breeding of dogs that you're professing as being better than your dogs today, hence why you're going to be charging an arm and a leg for it, $15,000, right? Isn't that what you're going to be charging, $15,000? So it's a joke, you know. Oh, here you go. So. What happened here? I did a refresh of the page, but now all of a sudden I can't see the whole the entire message. Okay. Now it was just stuck. So anyway, where are we? Where were we? Okay, number 4, right? Okay. So he's saying basically this blood has only done monsters only in my creation, clown. Like the mechanic buck, RRM, BIS, Abyss. And again, this is all his make believe shit. He's way better than his father. He's saying he's champion mechanic buck. Yet he's saying he's way better than his father. Yet he's advertising a son of this dog, the father, for $15,000 that he's gonna do it. But keep reading. Oh, I'm gonna translate. He's way better producer than his father. He's saying here on number 4 with 300 dogs. And he couldn't make RRM. I had to make him RRM. He's saying here that with his mechanic buck RRM. And in number 5, he continues. Mechanic with more than 300 sons, he could not make RRM for many years. My combination made him run in 14 puppies. Again, I am the man. Supposedly that's what they're saying. But no, man. When you're faking it, when you're handpicking, when you're not, nobody's saying, okay, this is an official, and this is you're handpicking, and it will be more of a off the chain type of thing. When nobody's around, just because you're traveling to different countries and dealing with people, you know, that are not top in their country, that they're just boys in the hood, you know, that don't count, bro. I don't count because you're bullying them. You're using your knowledge of the chemicals that enhance the dog to take advantage on the newbies, on the greenhorns, and sometimes they win. You know, even despite it. But you don't say any of that. You stay quiet. But anyway, here's another one. So you're basically saying I'm the man because I had to make them. Your friends because pizza. Your friend's dog is saying he's garbage. But mine is better. Yet the puppy is off the father. So you're saying there's a big chance that the dog is going to be garbage because you're saying that only the mechanic buck is good, but not the father. So, and here's when you're saying that you're going to be crossing this to Ciega dogs. Now you've seen that dog here. It's a honey bunch dog. Right? So and let me see if I could find Ciega because I did have Ciega here. Let me see if I could find. Here's Ciega, all right? So for people that don't know Ciega, here's Ciega right here. And you can see basically this is basically not Chico blood, 50%. This is red boy dog here, completely 50% red boy. You know, and here you have red boy Jocko. The Red Boy Jocko dogs, Red Boy Jocko, Boyo Tombstone dogs, a mix of things here. So now you're going to be bringing another one. and you're going to be charging $15,000 for it, and it's going to be a scatterbred dog. Okay, it's going to be a scatterbred dog that you're charging $15,000 for. That you're going to be charging $15,000 and not going to allow anything to be done with that dog. You're going to be like holding people by the crouch, for $15,000. When people can make a lot better choices in the United States, there are many other dogs right now in the United States. As a matter of fact, something I didn't mention in my Spanish one is that the seal dog is heavy on honey bunch on the top. Heavy. That's part of the battle course. Heavy. So I didn't have to pay no $15,000. I didn't even have to pay not even 1% of that, to get that dog. And it's a great dog. It's really nice, very solid dog, great attitude. He's definitely not gonna let nobody, penetrate him. So Chico Lopez, keep trying, okay? Keep trying. The only clown here has been you, and you have been exposed, man. Exposed. You have been exposed. So this old lengthy thing that you wrote here, it is Clown City here. Your ego trip is nice for the people that don't know, but I know better, man. I know way better than this. So I can open up the eyes for people that want to know the truth. And you're basically a pathetic guy. Anyway, this is Tony Montana. Until next time.